Hello everyone, welcome to Matrix Uploaded. Today we're going to be looking at reading and viewing. And what you're often asked to look at in your reading and viewing lessons is what is a fact and what is an opinion. And that's what we're going to be focusing on today. So we start reading and viewing fact. And we're going to look also at an opinion. Now, with opinion comes the idea of attitude. We're going to develop this a little bit more later in the lesson, but I need you to focus also on that word. Let's start with a definition of a fact. A fact is a statement that can be proved or disproved. There must be concrete evidence to show that the statement is true or to prove it false. So what are we saying here? A fact is something that you can prove. Now sometimes you feel that the fact is already proved. You know that that's a fact. Sometimes you think it could be a fact if somebody could show me proof. At other times you think, this is an opinion. So look at a fact that is generally known as a fact. For example, we need oxygen to live. Don't really need to prove that, it's a common fact. And then look at facts that might be facts, but you'd really like to see the proof. If somebody said to you about how many people are killed on the roads every day in South Africa, and they gave you a statistic, it might sound right, but you'd like to see the proof. Let's turn then to an opinion. An opinion is a statement that expresses a belief or an idea. An opinion expresses someone's view or attitude or judgment. So there we've got that word attitude. So we really need to look at that a little bit more closely. An attitude is an opinion or feeling that someone has towards someone else or something else. I want to stop a moment and just talk about this a little bit. When you answer an attitude question, try not to say he thinks. I know we've said in our definition there that it's an opinion that someone has, but I want you to go with the word feeling. So when you're answering an attitude question, start with the name of the person, and the next word in your answer should name a feeling. So for example, what is your attitude to dogs? You might say, now the attitude, I love dogs because they make wonderful pets and we have fabulous dogs at home. You might say, I don't really like dogs. There's the feeling. I, the person, don't really like dogs. That's the feeling. Now give the reason. Because we've never kept dogs at home, and although I know they're wonderful pets, I don't really have a relationship with them. Always try, with attitude, to give a feeling. What is your attitude to school? Don't say, I think school is a good idea. That's really the reason, not the attitude. We're going to look at this reading and viewing process. Step 1 is pre-reading. We've used the word strategies there. It's part of your syllabus. Strategies is how you approach something. What do you do when you approach a text? And we want to focus on that in pre-reading. If you look at the title of the text that we're going to read, How I Learned to Value a Good Education. Looking at that title, say to yourself, do you think this text is going to be factual, or is it going to express an opinion? It really could do either. The writer could actually be giving you facts about how she learned to value a good education, one fact after another, or it could be expressing an opinion. So just have a look at that. If you think about another aspect of a good education, is that a fact or an opinion? Now you might think a good education is a fact. Everybody knows the facts that make up a good education. But actually that's not true. think about a person who wants to become an engineer. For that person, what would be a good education? Well, science and maths as a start. But what about a person who wants to become a farmer? Yes, that person might want the science and the maths as well, but the focus would be on how to grow crops, on issues of the weather, on issues of buying your seed. So that person would want to go to an agricultural college and have possibly a more practical education. So when you are looking at what makes a good education, it's actually not going to be a factual issue at all. It's going to be much more around the person's opinion of what a good education is. So what we've done in this pre-reading is we have tuned in to the topic. We've looked at the title, we've thought a bit around it, and we're looking specifically at fact and opinion, and we've got an idea of what we think the text might be about. And we've started wondering about the issues that are part of it. In our next segment, we're going to read that text and we're going to start coming to grips with it.